You're now tuned into Real As It Get podcast.
Keeping it real.
Be real, be true, and be yourself. They say the truth will set you free. You have to be real with yourself before you can be real with anyone else. Remember that.
Real As It Get podcast episode number 10. You already know it's Jay Neely here.
It's your boy Chuck C.
Episode number 10. Hey, but before we get into the show, we need you guys to follow us on all social media platforms. Go to youtube.com, type in Real As It Get podcast, subscribe to the show.
The like button is cool too. You can just hit that.
Twitter, Real As It Get pod, at Real As It Get pod on Twitter. Facebook, Real As It Get podcast show. On Instagram, Real As It Get podcast. And if you want to contribute to the show, you can donate to us on Cash App, $, Real As It Get podcast. Chuck C, how you been, man?
Man, I've been blessed and highly favored.
episode 10 right here. Episode 10.
Yup.
Yeah, same with me. You know, I've been good for the most part. Kind of getting back to normal with the mental health. I've been feeling a lot better.
Yeah.
I can't complain. You know what I mean? I can't complain. The day was the first time I tweeted on my, not tweeted, but I put on my Facebook. I was just like, new energy.
New energy,
New
bro.
energy, new aura. And at the end of the day, you know, what happened in the past.
It's in the past. Can't
It's
change
in
it.
the past, can't change it. But yeah, the next wave for that is this week coming up. You know, we're gonna start the refund process, and like I say, as that comes to an end, that refund process, the closure of that chapter will be
Man.
will be done. But like I say, it is what it is.
It's hard to walk up steps and weight on your back.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's hard to walk up steps and keep going when you got weight on your back. Sometimes you just gotta drop it off. It is what it is, and life gonna happen to everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Some things gonna work out, some things ain't, and you know what I'm saying? The best thing we can do is keep moving forward.
And I think that was one of the things, man. It was just like, how do you move on now? Mm-hmm. But most importantly, I had to come to terms with the decision that I've made, and you know, then look back on that decision. You know, it is what it is. But moving on to the show, what's been new with you, man? You been watching anything new on TV? New shows?
Man, you know, everybody talking about Dahmer right now. You know what I'm saying?
That was a crazy one.
I might be like the only person who didn't watch it yet.
Man, let me tell you, like, how I came across it. Like, I had nothing. I'm not a TV person like I used to.
Yeah.
I was on Netflix, and because I don't got the cable no more, I got rid of the cable.
Nobody got cable no more.
I just
man.
go with the streaming. So I got Netflix, Disney Plus. I navigate from Tubi, Amazon Prime, just all the apps. So I'm on Netflix one day, and I see the Dahmer, and I'm like, Jeffrey Dahmer, let me check it out. Like, I haven't seen any trailers leading up to me seeing it on Netflix. So, you know, I just tuned into it, and it was some crazy stuff, you know, because I wasn't around when the actual events was going on.
Right.
So, you know, for me, it was just like, oh, this is gonna be another good Netflix series. What happened? I started the first episode, and it was just like some crazy stuff. So before I get into talking about the Dahmer film, you was alive when the actual events happened, right?
Yeah. I mean,
did you hear about it? Like, how was?
Yeah, everybody heard about me. Somebody eating people usually. Everybody hears about it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I was young. You know what I'm saying? I was born in '86, so
yeah, you was probably like.
They say he died in '94, right? So yeah, young by the time. You know what I'm saying?
So do you remember your parents talking about it? Because you know they didn't have social media.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think like barely. You know what I'm saying? My parents. Now you know my parents they didn't really watch the news like that. You know what I mean? We was into. Yeah, they didn't really watch news like that, you know what I'm saying? So they wasn't talking about, you know, stuff like that. And two, I was real young, so and my mom was real religious, you know what I'm saying? So
she's one of those.
Yeah, so she wasn't watching that kind of stuff. She wasn't talking about that kind of stuff.
You know them.
No rap in the house.
That's how my grandma was.
I remember my dad took me to go see Friday, and my mom, she got mad. She got mad. Took me to see Friday. Jerry, we was going to see my dad, G and Jerry Maguire. We was all there at the Dollar movie. I remember my mom was like, cover your eyes. during whatever the sex scene or whatever. Yeah, my mom was real religious, so she wasn't about none of that.
Got you. So yeah, same with me, man. When I was growing up, this was something that I just didn't hear about. I was born in '90, but even
young cat, man.
Yeah,
young.
So,
I'm an old '86
so
baby.
even leading up to hell, even to like 12th grade, I never really heard about Jeffrey Dahmer. You know what I mean? Music, you hear the references,
right?
But like my guy was like, I heard one of my friends, he was recording time, and he referred to Dahmer and Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
And, I pretty much asked questions, but it wasn't something I was like, yo, let me go dig deep and try to get some information on. So with the Netflix show, I clicked on the first episode and it was just crazy. It was you had a guy who you saw running down the street, and you just like, damn, it's a black man. So with me, I just tried to decipher what was real and what wasn't real. The guy just pretty much going along with it, man. He ain't like some crazy stuff finna go on. Me, I question. First off, I'm not going home with another man,
right?
If I go to the club. The only time I'm going home with somebody, and that's a female. And let's be be honest. I ain't even going to her place.
Right.
She gonna have to come to my place just to prevent some crazy stuff from happening. The only way you bust this up is if you follow us from the club.
Right.
So this guy, he
So these dudes, they were gay. And it was a gay club. It was a gay club.
So pretty much he went to gay clubs. He went to gay clubs. He targeted gay men. I don't know, but it's like back then, gay men just seemed weak. And he'd go there.
He's strong now though.
Literally. So he went and he got these gay men to come back home with him, and after having drinks at the club, they had drinks at his house. And, after having drinks at his house, after drugging him, then he'd just kill him. And it's just some crazy stuff, man. It's just crazy because it's just like you had one black guy in the movie. Dahmer didn't kill him. Like usually once he drug you, he'll kill you. This dude, he drugged him. They went to sleep. The guy woke up the next morning like, I gotta go to work. Dahmer meant to kill him. He didn't kill him because obviously he had a little feelings for this guy. The guy was deaf. So when they communicate, they had to write it down on a piece of paper. This guy, he wakes up after a long night. He's like, I gotta go to work. Dahmer, Dahmer like, boy, when people come here, I don't let them leave.
Yeah, you
know what I mean? You stuck here. You feel me? This guy, I gotta go to work. He jump up. Dahmer was about to kill him. He put his clothes on, and he's stressing like, yo, I gotta go to work. And Dahmer went to go get the
knife.
Hammer.
Okay.
Went to go get the hammer, and then, but he just had it behind his back, and the deaf guy pretty much like, I promise you, I'm gonna come back. Man, tell me why he came back. It ain't funny that he got killed,
right.
But it's just like, damn, you
came back.
You never really peeped game. You know what I mean? Like it was crazy. And then another thing too is just like everybody who complained, everybody who he brought back to the house, they always complained of the smell.
Right. Because he's murdering people.
He's murdering people. He's storing them. These bodies are decomposing, and he got a head cut off that's literally in a refrigerator.
Right.
He got body parts everywhere, blood stains and mattresses and all of the bodies in there, man. And that smell is very distinctive.
Right.
If you, it's kind of like a girl. If you pick a girl up, you bring her to your crib, and she smells like fish. You don't even want that. You don't even want that number. You know what I mean?
Right.
You gonna be turned off with her smelling like fish in your car.
Right.
Like, you feel me? You're not gonna even want that. So I question, did it really smell like dead people? Then a lady, I was on Twitter today, and the lady was like, it wasn't the smell of a body. It was more like a chemical smell. Because, you know, he had acid and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So, it was just some crazy stuff. You know, Lil Boosie, you know, he had to say this about... Lil Boosie had this to say about the Dahmer. You tell me... I know you haven't watched it yet, but you tell me with this whole boycott thing, you tell me your thoughts on it. Hold on.
Sick shit. Us as blacks, we need to ban this Jeffrey Dahmer movie. This is some sick shit. What he did to our race. This is some sick shit. We need to boycott this damn movie off Netflix. This is sick. This is sick. The victim families should be getting paid off every dollar Netflix made. It's sick.
So let me ask you, do you think victim families should be paid for that? For, you know,
it's I mean, that's what
it's reopening the womb.
It is reopening the womb, but it's not like the Dahmer family's getting okay. If the Dahmer family's getting paid off of it, then whatever they were supposed to make should be going to the victim.
See, I don't even think,
but I don't know if they are or not.
I don't think they're getting paid because once again, I did my research after watching the series, and his dad wrote a book.
Jeffrey Dahmer dad.
Correct, Lionel Dahmer. Lionel Dahmer wrote a book. It's crazy that his name is Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer and his dad is Lionel Dahmer. But his dad wrote a book, and in the movie, you see, once your son commit a crime, he's locked up. What do you think the family? Who you think the family's trying to attack next? Anybody else who profits off this story, who's connected to the individual who caused this. So
anything that the book made, oh yeah, they gotta come to me.
Correct. So now the dad wrote a book, and at first, you know, the book was gonna, like, you know, you have high hopes for the book.
Correct.
Just because you can mention some things in your book that people don't know about.
Right.
That's what he intended to do. But hell, once after speaking with a lawyer, and once the lawyer pretty much said, let's go after the parents, they didn't want the book to do so good then, because that'd be less money that they have to turn over to the victims. You had one family who had a 14-year-old. A 14-year-old, like a Asian kid. He ended up at Dahmer's house. Dahmer ended up having a situation early on with the brother. The brother ended up getting away. Dahmer ended up getting he actually became like a sexual predator off the brother.
Yeah.
He ended up getting the other brother, the 14-year-old. Gets the 14-year-old. The 14-year-old gets there. He drug him up. He ends up escaping. Gets in the street. Dahmer leaves the house. Tell me why the young girls who stay in the same apartment complex, they find the 14-year-old. Tell me why they call the police. The police come. Dahmer comes back. Don't you know the police turns the drug little boy back into the hands of Dahmer?
What? Why?
Everybody's trying to, get the answer to that. So pretty much, because Dahmer was like, that's my boyfriend. Yeah. He drinks, but you got people who stay in the neighborhood like, that's a baby. He's 14 years old.
Right.
But the police just pretty much said, listen, take good care of him. Don't let us have to come back out here again tonight. And Dahmer took the dude up there. Within an hour later, they killed him. So their family sued.
Oh, he said what?
Their family sued. They were suing for $10 million.
Man,
that's how much they got.
How much?
$850,000.
What?
Yeah. So the lawyer.
So they sued the police department, I guess.
It was like something in Milwaukee. It was all connected.
That's crazy. Now y'all try to sue the police department. Y'all to sue the county, the mayor.
Yeah.
Sue everybody just because they sue everybody. You really can't,
bro. 14 years old. Like, let's be honest.
Bro, you turn them back into the hands. They don't want
turn them back into the hands. This dude get away.
This dude should be in jail too,
bro. He's out there in the street in his underwear.
And you gonna turn him back into the hands?
You gonna turn him back. And then, so the family sued, got $850,000. Then the lawyer, they was working to destroy like a lot of stuff that could possibly be auctioned off, bro. When Dahmer was in jail, he literally became a celebrity.
Right? No, yeah.
He literally became a celebrity. They say he had received like over $12,000 in donations while in jail. So you know what the families did? We got to go after that now. Then like the lawyer, he ended up selling like a lot of the stuff that they found in the apartment. He was going to he destroyed it, and I think he got like X amount of thousands or whatever, and each victim family got like $32,000 from that. But it was just some sick stuff, man. It was just some sick stuff. But it's kind of like, I think you can't really say victims' families should have been paid, just because you know how it is now. It's just, if the story is interesting,
right, they're gonna
capitalize off it. We don't need your approval, especially when there has been 5 or 6 different versions of this same story.
Right, because they could say, well, this is not really your kid, it's a kid who may look like your kid.
Because like I say, I did the research, and certain stuff that they changed, certain stuff they amplified it just for
movie
the movie aspect.
Yeah, you got it.
But it was just crazy, man. And I actually went on what was it? Tubi. Tubi got a Dahmer movie too, and it's totally different.
Is it?
It's totally different. Like Netflix, they spent the money, bro. The room actually looked like
the actual
his room.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Everything was in the same place, but the one on Tubi, it was just like an apartment. You know what I mean? Just an old apartment in the old days.
Tubi generally doesn't have the same budget as Netflix. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Free movies just don't make a whole lot of money.
Yeah. So it was just, obviously, when I saw a video on Twitter from a victim impact statement compared to the one that was on the movie in the real life one, hell, that shit was spot on with Netflix.
Yeah.
You had to study the actual interviews, testimonies from what really happened and implement in the movie, and they were spot on with it. So I seen a lot of people saying, oh, the family should have been paid because this is reopening up an old wound. I agree, but truth be told, that shit happened so long ago. You know what I mean? It happened so long ago, so it's just like, I'm sure the family's over it. And just think about Emmett Till family, right? Emmett Till family, the ones that's left who wasn't actually connected to him. They got a movie coming out in November. Yeah,
they do. Yeah.
That's look like it's gonna be a very good movie. But you think it's gonna open up old wounds?
I mean, you know what? It's hard to say because you never know how people grieve. You know what I'm saying? Some people, you can't tell them how to grieve, how long to grieve.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And Emmett Till, whether they were close to Emmett Till or not, you know what I'm saying? That's your,
and then you even got people saying they want the lady locked up.
No, that I agree with.
You agree with that?
Yeah, the old lady, yeah.
Even though she's 85, 90 years old.
On death row, what you mean? I want her in jail. I want solitary confinement. She gonna die in there.
I have mixed feelings about that.
I want her dead in there.
This is my thing. I think she should be locked up.
She should have been locked up.
She should have been locked up
when they first had the evidence to show that she was lying back in whatever time it was. They had evidence back then. They had all these records.
Right.
That's how they was able to, obviously she came out since she was lying too, but they had like evidence and stuff saying that she was lying and everything like that back then. They should have been had her in jail, but of course, how America is. Whatever, time goes by, but now they get to the point where it could be a reality of her getting in jail. Take her old 90-year-old butt, send her in solitary confinement.
Even with cancer, sick, terminally ill.
Put her in. She should have been in there a long time ago.
Yeah, so
I want her handcuffed. I want the media cameras in her face while they dragging her to the. I hope she kicking and screaming too, so they could drag her to the thing.
Yeah,
throw her in there.
A few months ago, a report broke that she was located after they.
Yeah, they know where she at.
Yeah, they knew where she at.
They know where she at.
And after they found the search warrant in the courthouse records,
exactly.
The story came out pretty much locating her, and it was like, is she gonna face charges now? And reports came out she's terminally ill. She got cancer. She's currently in hospice.
Man, I don't care nothing about that. Dude, I go to hospice for you.
So let me ask you: you get this lady.
Yeah.
You lock her up. You jail her. She's in grave condition, pretty much.
Yep.
Do you consider that justice? I don't even really think it's justice, bro.
It would have been better justice had she been in jail
Before
50 years ago.
Correct, better justice, but it's just like,
you know what? Better late than never. Better late than never. So she in there, she decrepit, she died in there. That's on her. She never lied, but she got a buddy killed.
I agree, and I think when you do the research, she admits that he never whistled at her.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
Even if he did whistle at her, like
right, he didn't deserve that.
Come on, bro.
You know what I mean? And I can imagine when the people went to the house, to pick him up, because the granddad was like, "I'll discipline him myself."
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
bro. Yeah, back then, they were, especially not then in Mississippi. We want them. You better give us to them, or we're gonna do the same thing to you. But that's Could you imagine that night though for him, bro? Yeah.
Like, just not even that night. Just knowing once you whistle to her,
didn't whistle.
Because
remember, he's understanding of he goes home, and it's a regular day for him.
Correct.
Until people come.
He probably thinking that this done with. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting nobody to come
to come get him.
Come get me from the crib.
Come get him.
Man, he gets home. They say they came late at night.
Yeah.
Come late at night, go in that room. Yeah, we need that boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much balls they had? They walked into people's house.
And back then, they did. Those with the racist white men, that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? They, even Chris Rock, he tells us about a story about how the Rock family went to New York. Is that he's like, one night, some white dudes tried to walk into the house and come take the family's food. Right. Their granddad was like, nah, killed the dudes, and they fled that night. They just packed everything up and we went to New York. You know what I'm saying? But back then, that's what they were. You might as well say they were allowed to do that. They can just go into any black person's house. They had control. They could do whatever. They won't get in trouble. Go walk into your house, take what I want, take your wife, take your food, take whatever.
Because the law was on their side already.
Right. You're looked at as less than anyway. You're a black person, so you're less than. So I could do whatever I want back then.
You think you could have survived back then?
No, I probably would have been killed.
I think so too, bro. I don't think I would have survived.
Or hosed. I'd have been one of them. I'd have been in the street protesting. I'd have been hosed and sit-ins and saying that's it. Just because. Yeah, because I know me, I'd have been like, okay, I want to be part of the struggle. Back then, I'd have been a part of the struggle.
People was more united.
A lot more
back
united.
Then. It's just the thing was, you didn't have enough people who should have been like, yo, let's form an alliance. We can take their ass. Right. You know what I mean? Like now, these days, it'll never be how it was.
Nah, and I want to make sure I say the right thing or whatever, but no. It'll never be because we're not united as a people. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, if slavery, if they decide, we going to reinstitute slavery, right? They going to get a lot of people. They going to get a lot of black people just because the sheer fact that we're not united. Correct. Obviously, new 2022, they're going to have to kill a lot of people because they're not about that life no more. But there's going to be a lot of people who just going to go with it because we're not going to be uniform enough to come together and say, okay, I'll strengthen our numbers. All right, now we can, stand up against them, But, it'd be funny to see, all the Bloods and Crips and everything. Do they come together just to stop them, to stop the white man, quote unquote, the government to come and try to take all the black people, put them in slavery? Nope. Vice lords, VDs and BTs and whatever it is.
That'd be
2-5 and Pinewood, y'all gonna come together to stop that. You know what I'm saying? Riviera, West Palm, y'all gonna come together. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? East side of Orlando, west side of Orlando, will they come together? You know what I'm saying, to stop that. And now black people we are very divided people. And now of course some people gonna come together, but there's gonna be a lot of
enough.
It's
not gonna be enough.
There's gonna be not enough.
You gotta think, just even with like,
it's gonna be people. It's gonna be some Bloods that be like, all right, listen, y'all white man, y'all go get them Crips over there. They stay over there. Say you go leave us alone. Go get them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Just look at back then when they had like the KKK, bro. Even if you didn't believe in what they was doing, you're more bound to join them just because they're white.
Yeah, and so they don't bother you.
And just so they don't bother you.
They don't bother you.
You know what I mean? Right. So you may fake it in front of us. You may be supporting the black folks behind their back. Yeah. But in front of their face, oh boy, it's team white.
I mean, even you go back as far as slavery time. You know what I'm saying? There was black or African people who were involved in the slave trade. You know what I'm saying? Like don't mess with our people. Go get them over there, take them, do whatever you gotta do with them. Give them money or whatever it is. They exchange the things. So it was doing it back then in Africa. We would definitely do it right now. If they was try to be like, all right, you know what? We're gonna reinstitute slavery. Every black person got a week to come report. You know what I'm saying? Now some people go try to leave, but we're gonna block the border so you can't leave and everything like that.
They control everything.
They gonna control it all.
And that's one of the ways that
how would you
control it.
How would you? They said, hey, listen, all right, in 1 week, every black person has to report to whatever region camp they locate you at, and then from there we're gonna disperse you to the slave owners. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. We're gonna block off the borders. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have patrols on the beaches. What would Neely do?
Man,
in that situation.
You have no choice,
right,
but to find somewhere to go.
It's just right.
What I would do is I would try to get as many people together as possible.
Yeah.
And try to find a place and, try to, overpower them. You know what I mean? Because at that point, it's just about survival.
Right. Yeah.
It's about survival, and then it's about me living to see the next day, another day. Mm-hmm. So at that point, I don't really have a fear. You can't have a fear when you're trying to overpower them. Mm-hmm. So I would just try to unite and try to find as many people who are trying to control the narrative much as possible. Mm-hmm. And like I say, obviously we wouldn't have weapons. Obviously you have to make it look like you're buying into what they got going on. Mm-hmm. And when you get there, you just control the location. And hell, you mess around and you got 1,000, 2,000 people who's pretty much like, listen, we ain't going out without a fight.
They gonna bring the fight. They gonna try to shoot the bombs, shooting the police officers and everything.
But you feel me? You also gonna have to have some people who are just gonna be decoys. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to have. Listen, you're gonna have to have some people. Yeah. If you got 5,000 people, yeah, you're gonna at least have to have 1,500 people who just the decoys, because they, you gotta be the change. Mm-hmm. They gotta be the ones that pretty much say, look, I did this so that y'all can be better off. Right, you know what I mean? Right. So everybody else just gotta come together so that they can overpower them. You know what I mean? Just think about it. When you had white slave masters having sex with black women, right? Mm-hmm. Now keep in mind, the black women didn't even really want to have sex with them. You know what I mean? Right. So now you think about it, if you
change it. They were raping black women, not just having sex with them.
Right, raping
black women.
I didn't want to use that.
Nah, raping. When they do sick, disgusting, dirty rapists back then, we call them like we see them on this show.
Got you.
Raping, murderous, sick, disgusting savages. Yes.
Got you. So
slave owners I'm talking about.
They're raping our black women, right? So now you think if you got some women who like, hell, they gonna do it anyway, right? But I'm gonna play into their game,
right? Yeah, right.
I'm gonna play into their game. They gonna rape me, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep them locked in. Like I'm really want to give it to them, but I got somebody on the outside who's working with me who gonna kill his ass as soon as he rape me. Right. You know what I mean? But you gotta have people in place to play their role. So
100%.
With me, it's just that's how I have to do it, because bro, ain't no way around it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because they control everything.
They control everything. You think about they will control the borders. You know what I'm saying? They go, who knows? They might even block it off to a city. All right, you can't
gas alone. We ain't got no black folks on no gas station. No gas station. And what happens once the gas run out?
What you gonna do?
You gotta go to the white folks. Got grocery stores. Yeah. You ain't got no food. They gonna control that. So even if it looks like we are about to overpower them, they're gonna start taking away key resources that we need. Right. That we're gonna have to just give in.
Yeah, because under this premise scenario that I'm giving, they're saying you got a week to report.
What would you do?
Man, I would be trying to think maybe on the same lines as you. Was like, okay, let's see if we can get some people to unite. But then at the same time, I'd be like, well, people I may try to reunite with, they might be like, nah, man, listen, I'm gonna just go. You
got a lot of those.
A lot of people say, man, we just gonna go see what happens. May not be that bad, blah blah blah, whatever. And then I don't know. I think I'll take me and my wife and my kids and be like, listen, we got it's a couple little guns. We just use the little ammo that we got, and we gonna go on the hunt. And we gonna try to hit that thing on the
I think you gotta draw my plan, man.
We might. We gonna go. We gonna go out there. We gonna survive as best we can. We in a terrible area for hunting and stuff like that for food. We're gonna try to get it. If depending on how they would have the border set off. If we can get out of Florida, let's get out of Florida. Let's get to a wooded area where it's fucking animals and everything, so we can try to survive and stuff like that. But but again, I will start with your plan first. Okay, let's see who can ignite and what's the plan. What we gonna do? Because we gotta get the ammo. We gotta get ammo.
Let's go to all the projects.
That's what we do, but they not the standard. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we should be going.
Yeah, gotta go to the hood. You know why?
The hood. Let's go together.
Damn. Chicago, we definitely gotta.
Chicago should.
O Block.
You should. But again, is would O Block and the brothers around the corner? Would they come together? Clips and Bloods. Would they come? Vice Lords, VDs, and would they come together enough for that purpose to try to say, nah, we ain't going? Because it's gonna be a war on the hand. Yeah. Because now you're talking about a war. You know what I'm saying? Like
that shit gonna be war.
It's gonna be war. You see what they did in during quarantine? They were having tanks coming to some people's streets. Police outside the streets saying, "All right, get back in your house. If you come out, you're gonna shoot you. We're gonna do all that kind of stuff."
With today's
hold on, we're gonna chop this. I'm gonna put this as a premise, right? So in the scenario, what would you do? Comment on the post. What would you do if they say you got a week to prepare for slavery? You got a week to report to whatever region camp that you're next to. What would you do that time? They're gonna say, "Hey, we're blocking off borders. We're blocking off this and this and that. We got slavery coming up in a week. You better report. If not, we coming for you." What would you do? Comment.
We gonna have to put that on Facebook too. That's
Let's chop this up and comment.
But you know the thing about our ruthless killers now? Mm-hmm. They young folks.
All of them young.
You know what I mean?
Just not all of them, but just most of them.
But just think about that. If we use the
yeah, you use them young boys out there.
Put the young boys out there.
Y'all like to shoot? Go out there and put that work. Go out there.
You gotta get grandma time to get going now.
Yeah, come on.
But we need you.
Yeah, we need you to go out there and start shooting so everybody else can go out there and do what we got. Do what they got to do.
Okay. Ain't nobody going to shoot then.
You know what I'm saying?
They ain't going to shoot then.
Remember, the wars were a lot more... as brutal as wars were back in 1800s, 1700s, 15, 14, as brutal as wars were then, they were still more dignified because the leaders who had to be up, they were going front. You know what I'm saying? The leaders of the camp, they was up front saying, "Y'all follow me."
You ever seen the movie Glory?
You seen Glory at 300. The main dude, he what's his name? Whatever his name was, he in front. He the main leader. Back. So you know what I'm saying. So now as time progressed, the leaders are like, okay, nah, y'all go out there and go out front. You know what I'm saying. So then the wars is like, okay, we gonna attack somebody. It's easy to attack when you're not the one to attack.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying. So yeah, we got the little young 18, 16. They want to be shooters. Hey, let's go out here. Hey y'all, let's go out here. I'm gonna be with y'all just back here. Really, once they start stumbling, we're trying to get out of there. But you know what I'm saying. But that's an interesting premise. What would happen if they say, all black people, listen, we just gonna take this thing over? But then you got Spanish people too, Mexicans. See
that's one of the keys too. If you can get other races, to buy into your race, because you got to think, whites ain't gonna want nobody but whites,
right?
So
why would you? Because you feel like if I was a white person, I would feel like, well, I mean, yeah, I'm down for y'all, but at the same time, like, if I step out, they may grab me too.
Yeah.
So you gonna get a lot of that too. The people, the white people that you think are your friends or think can help you, you never know. Because now it's time to go. It's go time now. Now you support us or not? You know what I'm saying? So it'll be a lot of that. Like, I don't know, bruh. Because you gotta try to hide you for a little bit, but they come through here.
Right.
They know we friends.
And the thing is, when they come, it ain't no we trying to find out a solution. They're killing.
They come in there. Either you come outside, either you tell us where they at, or we getting you too.
Look at Rosewood. Seen the movie Rosewood, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely seen Rosewood.
And classic. Look at the lady, the grandma. She knew the white girl who said she had just got raped. Got raped, right? But once shit hit the fan, everybody went their own separate way. And even if the grandma, I think when she stepped up, I think that's when they shot her. Yeah. They didn't want to hear that shit. They didn't want to hear that shit.
Nah, they just want Buddy.
Where he at? You know what I mean? They was going to come there and cause chaos every single day until they got him. Yep. You know what I mean? Bro, time was hard, but one of the things that I wish we had is, we'll never be able to experience that type of history.
Thank God.
Would you want if you had a time machine?
Bad time machine, yeah.
Would you want to go back in the time and experience that, but when you ready to leave, you can snap your fingers.
Again, that's the catalyst. Will I be able to leave when I want to?
Leave.
If I can leave when I want to without being killed and everything like that, yeah, I'll go back there and just live it up and
just see what it is.
See what it is. You know what I'm saying? Again, who knows the dynamic of the time machine? Can they see me? Can I not see me? Can I experience that type of thing? But yeah, I would definitely go back and look at this. We'll look at that time and see what's out there. You know what I'm saying? And then too, if I could get some guns, we got a bag of machine guns, bag of choppers. Yeah, I'm gonna go there. Hey, black folk, here y'all go. Y'all have at it. You know what I'm saying? Listen. If you want to defend yourself, here goes some ammo. I'm gonna slide. Right. So I'm gonna go back. 50 years from now. But y'all can have. You know what I'm saying? But this is being funny. Set them up. Set them up right. You know what I'm saying?
Please.
Listen. Hey, also, here I'll go to my family. Listen, I know y'all don't know me.
Protect my family.
Listen, I know y'all don't know me, right? But if you guys make it out, listen, here's who won the Super Bowl in 1967, 78, 72. So listen, I need y'all to gamble. Because this team gonna win the Super Bowl.
Hey, kind of like Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Listen, there's gonna be a company called Apple. All right, as soon as they hit the stock market,
I need you to buy.
Put everything you got into it. You know what I'm saying?
For real, man.
Leaving notes and leaving everything. Listen, you hear Tesla. Bye.
Listen, Apple, I need everybody to come together.
Everybody.
They're going to sell in 1990
something. Listen, don't stop buying Jordans, stop buying or whatever it is, Converses. Don't buy no Chuck Taylors. Save that money.
To the stock.
Save that money because everybody has a family.
Could you imagine that?
Come together. Come on, bro. Yeah, when Apple was 5 cents, Apple $1.
Right.
Come on, man.
Did you hear about the guy who ended up selling his stock? Bro, he was supposed to be a billionaire, but I think he was one of the ones who settled out once they sold, and he ain't no billionaire.
How much did he sell for?
Let me see.
He made $100 million. I mean, he ain't living too bad. Hell, he made $15 million. He ain't living too bad.
Hold on.
But nah, yeah, the premise of the time machine definitely is. That'll be interesting to see what answers we get.
So you had a guy. This was in 2018. Mm-hmm. So pretty much Apple, the news line is Apple just hit a 1 trillion market cap. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. And here's why. Its little known third co-founder sold his 10% stake for $800. Now keep in mind, this article is back from 2018.
I know that, boy.
Apple was at $207.05. I'm sure it's much higher now. They're at 1 trillion. So Apple, they had a co-founder. His name was Steve Wozniak. Yeah. Him and Steve Jobs was 21. No, Wozniak was 21, and I believe Steve Jobs was 25 at the time. Mm-hmm. Right? And for a 10% stake, he got that. So in April 1976, the guy sat down. They drew up an agreement.
$800. Even in 1978, $800 ain't a lot of money.
Right. $800, and that was back then. So now, being that in 2018, at the time of this article, I just said Apple had hit 1 trillion, right? Yeah. His 10% stake would be worth more than $95 billion, and you sold that for $800.
I mean, what was he on drugs or something? He needed $800 that bad. Rent was like what would have been the cause to make him sell that, unless he just didn't truly believe in the company, which is crazy, but
So pretty much it says Jobs and Wozniak were young and broke. Wayne had assets, including a house, and feared that the financial burden would fall on him if the deal went south. Right. So Wayne rapidly grew concerned of the debts. Jobs had taken out a $15,000 loan so he can buy supplies to fulfill Apple's contract. They had around 100 computers. The bike shop was known for failing and paying his bills, and Wayne worried about they would be able to recoup the money.
Oh, okay. They had some debt. He was trying to get up out of there.
Right. And, bro, he would have been one of the world's richest people. But crazy. You know what's crazy about that? The guy say he doesn't even regret it.
He just saying that for the article.
Yeah, he just saying that for the article.
He just saying that for that. I don't regret it. It was a smart decision at that time. No, it wasn't.
That's crazy. The original, just the Apple contract, what those guys signed, 1.59 million.
Yeah, he be doing all right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, it's, but decisions you make at the time, you know what I'm saying? But that, that goes with saying when it comes to like money, like when you don't got no money, you do stuff like that, or when you know what I'm saying, when you do whatever, like it's just like I need that.
You think those guys took care of him?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, but maybe say he don't regret it. Maybe he had bought back in or something like that. Who knows? He had to do.
He got paid.
He had to do something. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had that much money,
and it depends on how the
relationship.
How they ended. Yeah, now if they was just cool, niggas like, listen, I ain't trying to do all that, and it ended up kind of cool. They might have
they still stayed in contact with each other.
They might have broken back off. But
you thought the business was gonna fail.
Yeah.
I would take care of them.
Yeah, but if you was like, yeah, you sorry, mother, I told you, then nah, all right,
yeah,
all right,
damn,
yeah.
So yeah, we need y'all to answer that question in the comments below on whatever platform that we answer. We want to get your input on that.
Yeah,
you want to get your input. So moving on. We talked briefly about the Dahmer situation, the Dahmer movie. What is your take on just these serial killers? These people who kill
just for fun.
Just kill for fun. Like it was another guy who they had in the film too. I don't know if you heard about the Gacy guy, killer clown.
I sound familiar. Yeah. Name sound familiar.
Just sick individuals. Like what's your take on that?
Hell.
Like, do you think it's mental? Do you think it's something that they can get away with? Do you just think
probably all of it? You definitely have to be a crazy something to go out and kill people for just for fun, just for random because you want to. It's definitely a chemical imbalance. You know what I'm saying? Like something's wrong with your brain that you just want to take human life. You have no regard for human life. You're doing this to get pleasure because they get pleasure out of it. Like they killing somebody and they getting some of it's erotic pleasure or just whatever. They just getting pleasure out of murdering and hurting somebody, seeing blood and all that kind of stuff. Definitely something wrong with these people. Do they think they can get away with? Maybe some do, and some of them keep doing it just because they are getting away with it. They like, yeah, if I get caught, I get caught.
So let me put a pin in that right there. So with the Dahmer, I gotta go back to the Dahmer situation. Yeah. His dad pretty much introduced him to the taxidermy.
When you stuffing animals, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Roadkill. Dad introduced him to this whole roadkill type stuff. And the dad never killed a human, but he was interested in this roadkill. All of that stuff. Do you think the dad should be the one to point fingers at too? Because like the dad, he knew some crazy shit was going on, but he just never, like, it was just always like a question mark. You know what I mean? Like he didn't go as deep as he should have went. Do you think parents should take the heat for their child's wrongdoings?
No. And if the parent had nothing to do with it and didn't know that they just found out freaking their child was freaking crazy, nah, your parents shouldn't take.
So what if they always just like, oh, he's a weirdo? I just know he's a weirdo.
If I'm saying, hey, my son's weird or whatever it is, that's one thing. But if I'm saying I know my son's out here doing murders and stuff like that, and if you accomplice to it, or if you know and you ain't saying nothing, you should be culpable for it. But
keep in mind, this kid is 19 at the time, right?
Yeah. Now, if you know he's harming other people, you should. And you just ain't saying nothing. You ain't going to the police. You should be take some blame for him. But if you don't know, you just know that your son's weird, or whatever, he does weird stuff. Because you might be like, he weird. I don't.
But if that smelled that bad though, bruh.
Yeah. If I go over there and it's in their house. So
it's in their house.
Yeah. If it smells that bad, you should know something.
Like he had one guy, like he was staying with his grandma.
Especially if you're 19, you bringing niggas to the house. Listen,
he was staying with his grandma at the time. He brought another black guy over there. This is the other black guy who got away. Yeah. The black guy, apparently he left the club one night. Keep in mind, these guys say that they wasn't gay, but you're at a club.
I ain't gay.
The black guy, so he leaves the club, he goes to his car, the car won't start. All right. A random person just comes up, knock on your car window. I can help you start your car. Oh, just walk with me back to my grandma's house to get my car. Nah, bro.
Nah, bring your car back.
Yeah. And that's what the guy was initially going for, but Dahmer smoothed him in to going to the crib. He go to the crib, grandma's there. He asked him, do you want a drink? The guy like, nah, I want a drink. The guy ended up giving in. Fine, I'll take a drink. And Dahmer, crush the pills up, drug him. Grandma comes down and like, hey, what's wrong with that young man? This is too late for you to be having company. So grandma on beat.
Right.
This too late for you to be having company. So then grandma pretty much told him, I'm not going back upstairs if he don't go home tonight. So she slept downstairs. So he couldn't accomplish
what he was trying to do.
So they put him on the bus the next day, and the guy just woke up in the hospital. So it's kind of like his people, I don't think they knew he was killing people.
They just knew they were doing something weird.
They knew he was doing something weird because even with like the clubs, right? Apparently he was drugging men at the club. You know those clubs where you can go and you can rent out the little room, the sex rooms.
Yeah.
He was going there with men, and he was just leaving them messed up, drugging them. So then the owner of the club was just like, he can't come here no more. He went to go get the police. So I look at it like, once that happened, word should have got out. Signs should have been posted. Yeah. Don't let this man to your establishment.
Right. There's something wrong with this cat.
Correct. Don't let him in your establishment. But I think Dahmer, they say he was, when they went to trial, he wasn't found to be insane. He was well aware of what he was doing. And it was just something that he just got comfortable with. You know what I mean? It became more interesting to him.
Right.
And, you got to look at it where when the police is called and you got a person like that 14-year-old who is who needs help, and you turn them back over to the person who's literally about to kill them.
Yeah.
When you get pulled over by the police and you got dead body parts in the back of your car and they tell you, I don't want to fuck your life up, you need to get home safe tonight, you need to go straight there, and they don't even search the car. It's kind of like everybody played a role into helping him contribute to getting away with this shit all these years.
Definitely.
It's not that he was smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just, he was white.
Right.
He was white.
Right, so he had the benefit of the doubt.
Correct.
Yeah.
Black folks get pulled over, your car smell like weed. They ain't telling you to go home. They got probable cause to search your car.
Come on about it.
You got bodies in, bro. It was just, you had the lady who continuously called the police to report things, and ma'am, stop calling. They telling her this. You done called us X amount of times. We'll get somebody out there tomorrow. No, I need somebody here now.
Right.
They never came.
Wow.
But would the story be the same if it was a black man who killed? First off, black man ain't killing 15, 16, 17 people like that.
Right.
First off, black
not chopping
man,
no heads off, and
you gonna get evicted if your house even smell like that.
They been there.
You know what I mean?
There, yeah.
And the crazy thing is, bro,
so grandma ain't gonna have you come over bringing niggas over. Like, grandma come with a belt. You still 19. You know what I'm saying?
And then what's crazy is, once that smell get out, if Jeffrey Dahmer was black, once the smell get out,
Tyrone Dahmer.
Right. Listen, bro, they're not even, police gonna come to your house after so many complaints, and you ain't gonna be able to tell them, oh, it's just bad pork chops. Think about that, bro. They're gonna get a search warrant off GP.
Yeah, they gotta search your house, yeah.
Just because.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this guy, he wasn't mentally ill. This was just something that it just became easy for him. You know what I mean? It's just easy. You know what I mean?
Something he enjoyed doing.
It's something he enjoyed doing. Because think about it. It became easy to him. And then you got to think everything was favored to him because he was white.
Right.
Bro, for a guy to kill people, store them in his house, police not come around this place, don't enter the place, and you continuously came home, left, went out, recruited more men, brought them back to the same house. You messed up in the head, but you're sane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just weirdo shit. And this same guy, he was well aware of his actions because he was just saying, give him the electric chair. He feels he don't deserve to live. And when he got to jail and he met Christopher Scarver, that's the black man who killed him, that motherfucker went crazy. Because he, Scarver, at least on the film sake, he's still alive. They gave him like 2 more life sentences after he killed Jeffrey Dahmer.
Oh, he killed him in jail?
Yeah, he killed him. And Christopher Scarver was pretty much like, my God told me to do this.
Right.
Because in the movie, it was like, I don't know how it panned out. Like, Christopher, like, apparently, he didn't know about Dahmer like that. He didn't know of the seriousness.
Yeah.
The movie pretty much was like, Dahmer was just that weirdo who was bringing unnecessary attention towards himself. So now this Christopher Scarver guy just like, I gotta go get some information on this guy. And one of the clerks who worked at the jail gave him information. He did his research. He found out about the 14-year-old. He found out about the body parts because Dahmer, when they was at chow time in jail, he was pretty much referencing like, oh, this how the tongue was, eating it and stuff like that. People were like, oh man, you're sick. Other people knew who he was. But Christopher Scarver didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
And once Christopher Scarver came across those news articles and found out who this guy really was, he can take that shit.
He's like, nah, you got to go.
I gotta kill him. And the guard ended up leaving them alone. And that
on purpose?
That's what people are saying. On purpose. Yeah. And but hell, it sounds like it's on purpose. And Christopher Scarver ended up getting like a metal bar off a bench press. Yeah. And beat the hell out of his ass. And that's what it was.
That's the story of Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's the story of Jeffrey Dahmer, you feel me? But, like I say, man, just some sick individual, but he definitely got away with it long as possible because he was a white man. Right. You know what I mean? Black
benefit without.
Yeah, he was just favored, and, being that it was majority black men that he was killing, it wasn't white men. Right. White folks didn't give a damn about us back then, so barely not. Even if a white man got into it with a black man, we ain't going out there long as white man, okay? You know what I mean?
It's a crazy. My whole story obviously is crazy, man. But it's crazy how he was able to just keep doing those things, getting away with it. Police coming to the house and not. The fact that they gave the kid back to Jeffrey Dahmer, like that right there, those police officers should have been arrested too.
Yeah, and at least fired. One of the guys, I think one of the guys, he retired probably like
at least fired, bro. Crazy. He
retired 4 to 6 years ago. Yeah, one of the guys who literally was there. Yeah, and just some weirdo stuff, man.
That's crazy, bro.
So yeah, moving on. Today's women. What do you think about the women in today's society? Do you think they value themselves? Or do you just think...
They definitely value themselves. The value is placed on their looks more than anything.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? That's because that's what men care about is looks initially.
So being that everything is sexualized now.
Man, everything is sexualized. What's your thoughts on that? Because I'm used to, I'm only 31, but I'm used to a woman making you work for it. So there's always been there's always been sexualness and sexualized stuff every decade, every year.
True, but
it's just now is just more out there, more in front of it, and it's more okay.
Do you think it's because of social media?
I'm not gonna say because of social media, but social media definitely plays a big part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's right there in our face. Everything you do, every time I pick up the phone, if I go on Instagram, they see a little
sun's out, buns out.
Yeah, man, the little suggestion things if I hit if I say I'm about to search somebody page, you hit the little search button. Nothing but girls. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm like, dang, hold on, how many girls? I'm trying to think. Did I look at something wrong for the?
Think about just women in bathing suits.
It's nothing but that's all over Instagram.
Back then, women when they went to they didn't showcase their bathing suit until they got in the water.
Right. It's just everything, and now it's less than bathing suit. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely because everything is more sexualized now. Everything is about sex, and sex is a great thing, but
he had to throw that in there.
I had to throw that in there because it is. You know what I'm saying? In the right context, you know what I'm saying? The right context, kind of sex, like water. Water's a great thing in the right context. Too much of it can kill you, right? You know what I'm saying? Too much of it can drown. You know what I'm saying? But you need water to survive.
Out of only time sex can kill you is when you got that package.
Hey, it's so sex can kill you. It's sex can kill you. You know what I'm saying? Didn't they have like an A&E show about how sex got me to the hospital or something like that? People doing these real sex things. But yeah, it's like water. It's like lightning. Lightning is a crazy thing until you learn how to capture it. Capture it and you use the power. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of like what it is. In a container, sex is great. You know what I'm saying? Now once it breaks free of that container, it can lead to so many different things. But anyway, the point about women today, being more sexualized and putting their bodies out, also they're getting paid from it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I mean, it's girls making $400,000-$500,000 a year, millionaires getting paid just for showing their butts and breasts and twerking and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it ain't great for like for the younger generation, but at the same time, that girl making money. And it's, at some point, it's like now the ones who ain't making money, they just out there just doing it just for
you got some people. Everybody who's doing it ain't getting paid. Yeah, I mean, some people out there literally just doing it for free with hopes of trying to be.
Yeah, like you got local rappers, new rappers. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to break into the rap game. So you got the girls trying to break into the money game, throwing the body out there. So it's kind of like a complex conversation. Like it definitely is not great for it to be out in Front Street. And young girls are looking at it now. Everything's sexualized. Everything's makeup. The little LOL dolls are all sexualized. You know what I'm saying? Like the Barbie's all sexual.
Lola Bunny.
Everything's sexualized. You know what I'm saying?
They got a Lola Bunny challenge.
I wasn't gonna bring it up. When you said Lola Bunny, I wasn't gonna bring it up.
I found that. But that's crazy.
Hey, I go on Twitter, right? I'm sorry, y'all.
Please excuse.
Hey, listen, I go on Twitter. It's like last week or whatever.
Dude, honestly, I didn't know what it was.
I didn't know either, bro. Bro, I promise you I didn't know. Oh my God. Oh, Lord, I'm like crying. Bro, so I go on Twitter last week. Oh, whenever it was. So I go to like the search button, right? But I'm using Twitter looking up stocks or whatever sometimes, or just Twitter searching, whatever it is, right? So I hit the little search button, that brings up all the things that's trending or whatever. That thing said Lola Bunny challenge, right? So I don't know. I'm just like Lola Bunny. I'm trying to think what Lola Bunny.
Space Jam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No. Right before I seen that, I seen some video of a girl playing basketball, right? Okay. So I seen some girl doing the moves with basketball, or whatever, right? And so I hit the so I seen that, and then I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go search for what I was searching for. Hit the search button, and I seen Lola Bunny. I promise you, it correlated to me. It was gonna be something basketball, so I thought it was gonna be like some girls,
a lot of participants.
But I clicked on that thing.
You know what's crazy though?
I was the videos. Like, what the hell?
How did they come up with this stuff?
And then I thought about it, I was like, who thought about that? And why Lola Bunny? And why? Who thought about that? Who thought about doing that?
But they done sexualized cartoons so much because it was even before like the new Space Jam came out.
Yeah,
they're looking at the figure of Lola. Like, for her to be a bunny, she thick.
Bro, I promise you, I thought
that's how society's looking at it.
I thought it was for me for basketball. I swear to God, I probably thought it was for me for basketball. I had just seen some girl doing basketball moves. I clicked on the search thing, seen Lola Bunny. I was thinking, oh, there's going to be some, you know what I'm saying, out there.
No.
There was some out there.
A lot of squatting.
Nothing but squatting. Nothing but squat. I was not expecting to see that. I was like, oh, my goodness, bro. But, and I was at school. I was at school when I seen it. I was like, oh my God. Yeah,
it was crazy that
it was crazy, bro.
You got just think of the girls that's getting millions and millions, hundreds of thousands of views, right?
Yeah.
You got that girl who ain't even into this type of stuff, but she's gonna be contemplating.
Everybody else got views.
Everybody else got views.
She got on the thong. She twerking. She doing Lola Bunny.
Let me go ahead and do
silhouette, the Bust It challenge, the whatever else challenge.
Yeah.
They getting all kind of views.
Yeah, and it's crazy that even when you look at a girl who started Instagram today, get on there, pose nude, thirst traps. I give it till next week. She'd be at 5,000 followers easy.
Easy. She got a figure. Put the little butt out there, something tight. Show.
Did you hear about the girl Teacher Bay years ago?
Teacher Bay, yeah. It's been a few Teacher Bays, but
no, this was the first Teacher Bay.
She had it was a shirt. She had like a LSU shirt on, like one of her the
first one. She was
the first
like in the
viral
classroom. Yeah,
the first viral one. I think it was like a tight, but it was like a yellow LSU shirt on. I remember, and everybody was going crazy about that because she was in the school, but everything was tight on her.
Yeah,
everything was tight on her. She was like busting everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I remember the first one.
You know, she capitalized off that shit.
Yeah, bro.
Verified.
Her followers went through the roof.
Literally
through the roof.
Verified, man. She's let me see. This is her right here. That's the one right there. Hold on. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she verified and all, man. Then got a brand called Teacher Bay.
Making money off that Instagram. Man, you get them Instagram real bonuses, man. They giving you money out there. And I wonder what happened to. I know it's not. It's kind of offset. It's kind of offset, but I wonder what happened to that girl who Drake followed. Like, does she still got?
Oh, the Ice Spice girl.
Nah, the dude.
Oh no!
Yeah,
right.
That guy. Yeah, the dude was like, "Oh, your son, Ghost Rider or something like that." He was like, "I'm gonna follow your wife," and he followed the dude's wife. She had a blue check. What the next 2 days later? Blue check.
Wife? The wife ain't getting no. I think she was blue check.
I know the followers went crazy. I could have sworn she had a blue check.
The followers went crazy.
I thought she had a blue check.
Hey, dude had he was getting bookings and all.
Yeah, well, maybe that was on the blue. I thought it was blue check, but I could be wrong. But I know her followers went through the roof or whatever. But no, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But back to the Instagram, but you know, yeah, you go out there. If you're a girl, you show your stuff. Yeah, your followers is popping. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just they do. You get all kind of reels views from doing that kind of stuff. But like the influence that it's having on young girls, man, now it's bad. You know, you got WAP out there and all this other stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's and it's hard to control all of that, even as a parent. You know what I'm saying. We both have daughters. You know what I'm saying. My daughter's on YouTube all the time, so it's like you got to control. Even if you put on like a little kid site, the algorithm eventually it shows something adult on there. You know what I'm saying. So you definitely got to like be on your kids, men and boys and girls, but.
Yeah, she had 27,000 followers.
Okay, but it was before that. It was like, you know what I'm saying, 1,000 followers. And
let's see if Drake's still following. I don't think he following her no more.
No, but
it was funny though.
It's funny. She definitely popped though. But
oh no, he's still following.
He's still following.
He's still following. Yeah, the dude. He was they was even doing promotions.
Yeah,
they was doing promotions once that happened.
Strike while irons hot. Just like the white girl who went viral for rapping. What was it? Little Baby verse on a Drake song. She went viral for that junk, and now she ended up going unviral because people start doing research when they found out she was saying nigga and all that other stuff. Whatever. But yeah, but she was like trying to do promotions. What song y'all want me to do next? $45,000. You know, it was crazy stuff.
That's
crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? What just but she was about to make money until they found out she was like racist or whatever.
So you got a daughter. Mm-hmm. I got 2 daughters.
Yep.
You got 1 daughter.
Yes, I do.
Your daughter gets 18. Yeah, man. Comes to you and say, Dad, I'm just trying to make some money. I'm thinking about doing this.
Let's go to the stock market. Let's learn how to Burger King is hiring.
What if she refuses
to do get a regular job?
To get a regular job and just off with.
Now she 18.
Social media life. She's 18.
Okay, now is she still living with me or she in college?
She's still living with you.
Hey man, you better wait till you get in college.
So what if she just chose not to go to college? She's staying with you. You overcome across the social media accounts. You overcome social media accounts with her acting out. Mm-hmm. What do you do?
I mean, I try to give her some advice. But at the same, are you making money from this thing?
If she making good money from it, though.
Get your own apartment, bro. That's because you're not gonna live in my house.
But
I'm against this. I'm against what you're doing.
Does the relationship with you and her deteriorate?
Yeah, I can't control what she's doing, but you can't live here no more. If you're making money off that,
so
I don't want you to do none of that stuff anyway. But you're 18 now. You're gonna do what you want to do. You're making money on it. Go get your own spot.
So would you still just call it randomly and just chop it up?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to.
Not me, bro.
Hey, man, that's your daughter. She's 18. It's at the same point. But once she move out your house, it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? If my daughter became, God forbid, daughter became a stripper or whatever it is, I'm still gonna love her. And I'm gonna try to advise against doing some things.
Trust me, I'm
but
gonna love her too.
if she's making money doing something I don't want her to do, just get your own apartment. Because it's gonna be strife. Because I'm looking at this. The relationship is gonna be sour if she's staying in the house. Because now I'm hot about this. I really don't want you to do this. And I'm going to let you know I don't want you to do this. And then now we having a back and forth issue.
Right.
Is, you know what? It's best, now that you're making money from it, it's best that you move out so you can be your own person. We can have our relationship because you're an adult now. I can't force you to do anything. You don't live under my roof no more. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would look at it.
My relationship
because you're in the house, we're going to problem
with my daughter is going to deteriorate. It will resume when you when you give up that life.
$500,000 a year, bro. Dad, you want a new car?
My mom car.
I got you to do. Dad, we're going to Vegas next week.
But
Dad,
you know what's crazy about that though? They're doing other things.
Listen,
and that's what I'm gonna be thinking about. Bro, you're just not dancing at a club.
You gotta get out the house. You gotta get out the house. Once you're out the house, they're adult now.
Okay,
it's only so much you can control.
So what
she could not be stripping and out there smashing dudes.
You're a football coach.
Yeah.
Your daughter out like that. You got your players. Yeah, man. I just seen Chuck daughter, man.
Listen. We got a rule, guys. Listen. I understand what my daughter does.
But you can't get. She at the house though.
I understand what my daughter does. I would just leave whatever it is out of my presence. If you're doing whatever it is, you can talk about it outside of my presence.
When it's brought up in your presence.
Oh, now we got to be running these up down, just doing something. Yeah. Listen, I can't stop you. I can't stop her.
Right.
Talk about it when I'm not around.
Right.
But if you talking about it around me, if I can hear it, now we doing up down, we got extra sprints, we doing something.
But but most definitely, she's 18, she's legal. It would definitely bother me.
Of course it would. I'm hot about it. I'm telling her I don't want you to do this. It's not a good path for you. It's not a good path. I don't think it's gonna lead to the correct future right now. So she's like, nah, Dad, this is gonna be. Are you making money right now? Yes, I'm making money. Go get your own apartment and go from there. Because as long as you're in this house and I'm paying here, or your mom's paying, whatever.
Right.
Nah, you can't be doing that, bro. No.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Like it'll just bother me mentally. And to know it, that's one thing.
Social media is one thing, and then stripping is another. Because right, most of them, if she's stripping, there's a good chance she's doing other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And especially, back then the thing was, if she was stripping, she was literally just only stripping, and she was probably doing things on the other side. But now you got to think. Back then, strippers, how many strippers you know back then that just wanted to have the opportunity to be porn stars?
I'm pretty sure a bunch of them had the opportunity to be porn stars.
They had the opportunity, but it was more Playboy back then. And Playboy, everyone like them black, big booty, round and brown. Everyone.
Onion booty dick.
If it wasn't those, it wasn't for black folks.
Yeah.
But now, when you can literally go on Twitter, bro, they literally
OnlyFans.
It's
on Twitter.
It's a whole new category. Twitter porn. Think about that, bro.
You don't even have to hit Twitter porn. All it takes is somebody you follow
to follow that person,
to retweet it, or sometimes it just says the person followed first, like it says such and such follows this person.
Right.
They didn't share it. They didn't share it. They didn't, like, if you go on, sometimes they don't share it, they don't like it, they don't retweet it. It just says such and such follows this person. And so then it pops up on the page. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'll be scrolling, I'm like, I don't follow this, and then like, and at the top of the thing it says such and such follows this person. I'm like, okay, dang, how'd I get this video? You know what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing with the video, or they whatever. They don't even say the person liked it. They don't have to like it.
Brief disclosure, shout out to Wake Forest right now.
They winning?
They're beating FSU 28-13.
Ooh,
10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Hey, my dog Jay Travis finna come back on them boys, man. My dog Jay Travis coming back, bro. He ain't finna go out like that. Shout out to J Trap.
FSU was laughing at us last week when we lost to Middle Tennessee. So
yeah, you right about that.
I definitely need. I just see Alabama quarterback Bryce Young left the number 2 Crimson Tides game against Arkansas.
Did you get hurt?
Dude, yeah, he got hurt. Throwing shoulder.
Hold on, I thought it was 28-21 now.
FSU?
28-21. My dog J Trap ain't going out like that, bro.
Oh, damn.
J Trap coming back.
32 left. The phone didn't update, guys. Hey, Wake Forest, don't let me down.
Man, J Trap coming back, bro.
Hey, did you see the video with Antonio Brown?
So the one that just came out today. Antonio Brown stay in trouble, bro.
He stay in trouble.
He stay doing something, bro. Like he was accused of like doing stuff to women, bro. It's 9/32/11/4. 28-21. But he was accused of doing stuff to women. He out here slamming chick in the pool, showing his stuff.
He's in the pool.
Put a booty in the face.
And then you heard the dudes in the back. Give it a longboard.
Give it a longboard. Yeah, that's. Hey man, they wild, bro. Yeah, he's staying some stuff. He's staying some stuff. Ain't gonna try to talk about you want to get back in the NFL. Definitely not no more.
Not no more. That confirmed.
You got a raw booty in the face. And showing you.
Hey, he's smiling about it.
Yeah, he is.
Antonio AB Wild, man.
Yeah, man.
AB Wild.
Nah, yeah, man.
Sorry for getting off topic, but
man, nah.
If you want to go search these things that we're talking about, you're free to do it.
You're free to do it. Yes, you're free.
If you want to see the
Lola Bunny.
the Lola Bunny challenge, type it in. You want to see the Antonio Brown video, type it in.
I would advise against it, depending on what kind of person you, what kind of stuff
not
you're into.
Not safe for work.
Yeah, not safe for work at all. It's not safe for work at all. But but yeah, though.
So you got a favorite NBA team?
Do I have a favorite? You know what? Whatever LeBron's playing, man. So right now it's the Lakers. Although I hate the Lakers. I hated the Lakers until LeBron signed.
Bro, you know one of my goals. My goals is I gotta see LeBron play before he retire, bro. One of my goals is to legit fly to LA, go to the Staples Center, see LeBron play, and that's gonna be like a milestone. That's something on the bucket list right there.
Yeah, when I was when I was growing up, from Orlando Magic was so when Shaq and Penny was there, that's when I was young right, Shaq and Penny when Shaq and Penny was there.
Did you go there with T-Mac? You at the games?
I went to a game when T-Mac was there. Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, T-Mac. That was when I was in high school, man. T-Mac was everything, man. T-Mac was everything. He was balling. He had the shoes in there. I had the shoes. I had them Adidas, man. Yeah. Nah, T-Mac was a dog out there. Yeah, so Orlando Magic was I always liked the Heat too. You know what I'm saying? But I guess at the time, before that was before 2003. Once 2003 came, it all changed. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. LeBron hit the streets, and I was a LeBron fan from there. But basketball just, I'm a basketball fan, but like it's whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, every year. Well, this is what I'm gonna do this year. I'm gonna tweet out all 32 teams. I'm gonna tweet out all 32 teams, and whatever team respond back to me, I'm gonna be a fan for it. And hopefully it grow me. But me, it's just like for teams, it's tough for me to find the team now because the teams aren't built how they used to be built.
Right.
I remember if you went to the store and you bought a player jersey, for instance, Jerry Rice with the 49ers. Bro, he was with the 49ers for years before he got traded to Oakland.
Yep.
You feel me? So it's just like you wore that jersey until he damn near retired or he left. Now you can buy a jersey. Just think of the people who bought like a Lonzo Ball jersey when he got drafted by the Lakers.
Yeah, that's
only for him to get shipped away
to the
Pelicans.
Yeah, was it Pelicans?
Now from the Pelicans, you go to the Bulls.
With Chicago.
For me, so it's just like with me, I like individual players. The last team I liked was basketball wise was Philadelphia 76ers when AI was there. That was my team.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
that was my team.
I like that. Yeah.
And then
couldn't get over the hump, but I like
couldn't get over the hump. But
I like Sacramento Kings back in the day when they
had
Chris Webber, Jay Williams,
Doug Christie,
Page Choreography.
Oh my God, that was a good team.
I was afraid that they would beat. Like I hated the Lakers. Right?
The whole field of basketball was everything.
Prayed that they was beating the Lakers, bro.
Yeah.
But then Robert Horry. hit that
Big
last
shot
second shit.
Rob.
Big Robert Horror. Remember that Blakey?
They had Jason Williams.
Jason
White
Williams.
Chocolate.
Yeah, White Chocolate. Come on, I used to love them, man. Yeah, Mike Bibby there.
Yep.
Jack, the dude Jackson. I forgot his first
I
name.
used to love to see the Knicks play too. Larry Johnson.
Yeah.
Latrell Sprewell.
Sprewell choking people. Sprewell. I got the thing spinning.
Who else you had?
That don't stop.
What else was a good team? The Pacers was a good team.
Pacers, yeah, when they had Reggie and Jalen Rose and Tinsley, Rick Smith.
Yep.
Yeah, they had a little squad. And then, of course, they had the Pistons, you know what I'm saying? Ben Waller, she Waller, Bibby.
The Nets was a good team, too.
Not Bibby. Chauncey Billups, I mean.
The Nets. Richard Jefferson, Jason Kidd.
Yeah, it was a squad. They had a squad back then. You
Bro,
know?
I just like
Houston had Stevie Franchise.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, It was
the feel of basketball. It just, it wasn't no load management.
Right.
These players get hurt, they're sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, Lord, we need a day off.
I gotta take time off, bro.
I gotta take time off.
I gotta take hey, man. My hands hurt from counting these millions, man.
Yeah, literally.
No, it was definitely a different time. So sports in general was a different time, but with that said, against my opinion, I think basketball players are better now than they were back then. Just as far as skill,
way more athletic,
more skilled. They've been practicing since they were 6 years old. They've been training since they were 6 years old. Playing high level basketball. AAU basketball.
Been playing AAU all their life,
forever. You know what I'm saying? So people talk about kids want to team up and everything like that. Well, yeah, because they've been playing AAU for forever, and that's how you win AAU games. You go get all the dogs you can, and go beat teams. You know what I'm saying? Like the coaching on AAU, you have some great coaches and you have some coaches that ain't good, but they got dogs.
So, do you think rec ball will fizzle out?
Never.
You don't think rec ball will fizzle out?
Nah, because
rec ball,
little Johnny, little Johnny still got to play. You know what I'm saying? Little Zach, he got to play. He ain't gonna play AAU.
So, pretty much, it'll always be both, and pretty much it's a league for everybody.
It's a league for everybody.
And eventually,
WCFL gonna be running for forever.
And if you got Lil Johnny, who starts off as a nobody but turns to a somebody, he's gonna eventually
he'll be on the AAU team. You know what I'm saying? But right now he'll start with when I was growing up, they had like the junior Magic. You know what I'm saying? He played the junior Magic.
I remember that. You remember they had the junior NBA.
Yeah.
You don't even hear that no more because of AAU. So now it just goes to like that. AAU, once you get past AAU, it's like that Olympic team now.
Yeah, right.
It's like that Olympic team.
AAU is almost surpassed like high school basketball. Like cats ain't getting recruited from high school basketball.
Yes.
They're getting recruited from AAU basketball.
Yeah.
You
got some kids who don't even play in high school like that, but
get recruited, got offers, and everything.
But get offers in AAU.
And with basketball too, like you know what I'm saying, like basketball now is such a hard sport to thrive at, like when it comes to like getting offers and everything like that, because one, there's not that many people on the team. It was like 12 people on the team,
right.
And then two, cats are getting offers so early in basketball because they seeing this 8-year-old AAU crossing cats up. They seen this 12-year-old dunking already. Like you know what I'm saying. Like
all you gotta do is go. If you mess around and go viral,
go viral, right?
That's it. You mess around and go viral. Like I seen in my Twitter timeline the other day. I seen just some young kids just talking smack.
Throw the ball at the kid. I seen that. Really talking
smack.
They were roofing.
He can build an audience off that.
He go. All you gotta do is create an Instagram page. Let that thing shoot up.
Yeah.
You know I ain't heard from him in a minute because he ain't playing tackle football. Baby Grump.
Man, I seen some the other day.
I was mad because I don't follow him. Maybe that's why I heard from him.
Listen, dude.
He don't play tackle, right?
He played tackle, but it's...
I thought he didn't. I thought Dad said he was sitting this season out.
Nah, that's just for social media. But he plays tackle. He plays for a team. I think it's 8 man, but he's beasting.
He's dominating that jump.
He's dominating it, and it's just like the person who's the cameraman.
Yeah.
They're purposely not showing the entire field.
Right.
They're just showing. They're zoomed in on him.
Yeah.
And he's doing what he's doing, pushing kids over, running kids over, catching, running. So it's really like you can't get an actual count on how many players are on the field.
Right.
You can definitely tell that the people he's playing against is not as good as him.
Like he is, so he ain't playing in like with the Outlaws or the nigga from the Friday Night Tights. He ain't playing.
He ain't even playing with the guys from Friday Night Tights. You know what I mean? That's Typha.
Typha, whatever.
He ain't playing in no Typha.
He ain't playing Typha.
He's playing for some improved version of I-9.
Oh,
with pads.
He need to be playing with Typha. He plays for Typha. Go ball out there.
But see, his dad is so on it. He's not gonna let him get out there and play against kids like that. You know why? It's gonna diminish the brand.
But all you need is 3-4 plays.
That's
of
it.
A catch. It's like, you know what I'm saying? He's big, he's strong. So like, you know what I'm saying? Now, but now if he go out there and get his stuff, get dominated on,
and you gotta think, even with
better
that,
take him out that league quick.
And the thing is, it's not that I.
But you can see it from practice, though. You can see if in practice if he's like, okay,
correct.
Ready,
but you know
ready,
how today's society is. Once everybody knows he coming out there,
everybody
cameras out. So,
Cameras out.
being that if one play go wrong, he's more bound to just pull him.
Cameras, you're right. Cameras is out.
He's trying to save
that play was gonna go viral. Somebody beast him up.
Play going viral.
Somebody beast him
because this is what people's
viral.
been looking for. People been waiting for this.
Right.
But I wish the best for the kid, bro.
Yeah.
You know, but he's definitely not a Blaze.
Blaze, I be saying Blaze highlight be popping on my Instagram all the time. He still he blazing people.
Dude, he's naturally athletic.
Blaze is killing him. I seen him playing basketball the other day. Yeah, they're jaining up from the
Dude, I be looking at him. Okay, you ever saw those Blaze flag football highlights?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where Blaze can do this to anyone his age.
Go.
Literally.
Yeah.
But just think about the kids who you see and be like, they ain't athletic at all.
All right.
Come on, man. They don't even stand a chance. That's how I look with Baby Grump.
Yeah.
These kids don't stand a chance.
But we know Blaze is playing against athletes.
Yes, he's playing against
He's
athletes.
just a much better athlete.
He's just a much better athlete.
Because I'm watching him play the high tackle football against some rec leagues down there. Like,
right.
He just blazing.
And he participates in all-star games, and he's doing
the same thing. No matter who's out there, Blaze is killing it.
Even if you got a team full of athletes, Blaze still gonna do what Blaze
does. He's just looking for that crease. Once he hits the crease, he's jumping out the window, hitting his head on the goalpost, bro.
I seen him go the other day and do the AB dance. Bro,
well, AB got a new dance now, but put a butt in the face. New dance now.
But yeah, man, this social media is definitely the new wave. Like Baby Grump, that he's saying when he get to high school, he won $1 million NIL deal.
He might get it.
Oh, he gonna get it.
He must get it if he ain't already got it.
Oh, he getting paid.
Yeah, he getting paid from
he getting paid, but it's just like, if I'm a company, how do you continue to invest into someone who haven't played to the highest level of competition?
Because the videos are so good.
That's the thing too. The videos
is marketing. It's marketing. That's all it is.
It's marketing, and you know, it's just they don't. I don't think those companies care about the end result. They just care about the right now.
Yeah, I can't.
And like I say, the videos are on point. Like
right now, he balling.
He'll get on social media and he'll be like, Baby Grunk is forgoing, he's not playing football until he gets to high school. But Baby Grunk is in 4th grade.
Right.
So you pretty much saying you're going to keep your kid away from sports for all these years until 9th grade comes. They ain't gonna work out like that. They ain't gonna work out like that.
You gotta play football.
You gotta play football.
Even if it's just flag or something.
And just because the times change.
And by the time you get in 7th grade, like, you need to be hitting.
You need to be hitting.
He
ain't that real.
Yeah, you ain't. Yeah, you gotta be hitting.
Like, you remember how you used to hear stories of people saying, "Oh, he just started playing football his 11th grade year." Though you don't hear those stories no more.
Not many.
Not many.
You got some, but it's hard.
Those are more like linemen.
Oh yeah.
It's more
freak
like
athletes.
linemen.
And the freak athletes, big, fast, strong.
It ain't no running back, no receiver, no DB. You ain't learning those skills.
No, you're right. It's
learning those skills.
It's just DNs, offensive lineman, or whatever it is, because at those positions, you can grow. You grow into skills, but you have to have the physique. Right. You know what I'm saying? The physical skills, big, long, fast. You know what I'm saying? Those aggressive, because at the end, that's what you start out with. Now, as you get going, then you can learn the techniques and the moves, you know what I'm saying, how to chop, rip, you know what I'm saying, all those different things.
If you just knew how to play football, once you was introduced to the concept.
Yeah, if you're just big and fast, go get the quarterback.
But now you got kids who are very good athletes who still go unnoticed. I was reading the other day, you got Kansas quarterback. Mm-hmm. Apparently he was a very good high school quarterback. Yeah. Nobody wanted him. Mm-hmm. So he ends up at a school like Kansas, and he's doing this thing.
Man, Stetson Bennett, starting quarterback at Georgia. He had to walk on. He had some small offers or whatever, but he thought he was better than that. He went and walked on to Georgia, made the team or whatever. But then they signed Justin Fields. He dipped. Right. He said, "All right, fine." He didn't transfer to a level. He went to JUCO. Balled out of JUCO. Georgia came and called him again, gave him an offer. And now look at it. He's starting quarterback from that one national championship last year.
What do you say?
May win it again this year.
What do you say to the athlete that's pretty much their mindset is D1 or nothing? But they don't get no offers.
No, you better go Division. You better go Division 2 or Division 3. Or of course you got JUCO out there. You know what I'm saying?
So do you say a person who's D1 or nothing?
You have a bad outlook right now.
Ignore
you got a bad outlook right now. You got a bad outlook. You're not looking good right now.
Do you recommend them to walk on and give it a shot?
No, I wouldn't.
Got you, and especially now, bro. You don't even hear walk-ons like that.
It's hard.
It's harder to walk on.
It's hard to walk on. It's hard to make a scholarship from walk on. And then too, you gotta be like, you gotta know what a kid can do. You know what I'm saying? When you're looking at it, I'm out high school football now. You can see some kids that like, okay, this kid's definitely D1. Okay, this kid's got potential, but he's not D1 or whatever. And the kid, you just ain't D1, bro. You go D2, D3. You be lucky if you get the D2 money or D3 money, NIL, whatever. Like, not something. But here in South Florida, a lot of kids' views are warped.
Right.
Man, Miami, Florida State, Florida, UCF, all those great schools, you know what I'm saying? UCF and FAU, all of them, I don't leave nobody out, but FIU, but yeah, so that's how they're kind of raised. In Florida, not even South Florida, just Florida in general, raised with the big three, you know what I'm saying, with the big four now, and then you kind of go from there. But it shouldn't be like that. It should look at all schools. Whatever school that's going to reach out to you, hey man, the school that loves you, that's the school you want to go to.
Right. Now,
are there exceptions to the rule? Exceptions to every rule. Are there some kids that just fall through the cracks? There are definitely some kids that just fall through the cracks for whatever reason. You just like, this kid, I know this kid is good, but for whatever reason, he falls through the cracks. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you get Adam Thielen, who went Division 2 and now turned out to be one of the better receivers in the league. Vikings. Near the Vikings. You know what I'm saying? You have these kids who went Division 2 and FCS. End up making it to the league and they ball out. You know what I'm saying? Because they fell through the cracks or they developed late.
So let me ask you, if you're using yourself, you was in high school,
right?
What level do you think would have benefited you to the max? What level do you feel you could have played on immediately? I don't say no. I mean, I don't know. I went Division 2 and I didn't play immediately. I barely played at all. Yeah, because that competition is still tough.
And I would say too, at my high school, like we had good athletes. So we had a top quarterback in the nation. We had one of the top receivers in the state. My dog RJ was a 4-year starter at Iowa State. Moffitt was a 3-year starter at UCF. Then we had we had other guys, right, who were good athletes. But my school was good. When the park was good, they were just athletic. They weren't developed. Right now. So had we been developed or whatever, maybe had I been into the weight room early and into training early and stuff like that, because I didn't touch the weight room until I got to college. Mm-hmm. So imagine how small I am now. So imagine how small I was then. You know what I'm saying? Like I was 130 pounds, soaking wet, 5'6". That's how I was. Didn't touch the weight room at all. So now I was a good athlete, right? But I don't think I was a great football player. But it was because I wasn't strong enough. You know what I'm saying? If I was in the weight room, then I could have been over to be better than. I should have been in Division 2. I should have went to Cookman or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And who knows, with a different program, it might have been developed differently. Even at the school I went to, I don't think the athletes that we had at my school, Tusculum, were developed the best. Right. Or whatever. A lot of them were just athletes, country boy athletes. You know what I'm saying?
Because those schools, what I learned about those North Carolina schools when I went to my D2, Mars Hill, they recruit straight from their area. 85-90% of their team is literally from Tennessee or North Carolina.
Yeah, and see, you know what I kind of seen it was like a difference that I noticed when I was at Tusculum is that so the kids that was from Florida, me, my dog Duff, my dog Jody, a couple other ones I'm forgetting out, Terrence and all these other guys. They weren't high-rated athletes. They weren't high-rated athletes.
Just kids who can play football.
But the kids who came from South Carolina, they was like some of the top in the state.
Yeah.
And they went to the Division 2. So I always went like man, there was some kid like, you know what I'm saying, went to Burns High School. Burns High School was one of the best schools in South Carolina. These guys started at Burns and
I remember
going
when
low level.
Played Central.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Top high school. Won many state championships.
Won a bunch of state. They were good schools.
I had one of my friends in North Carolina. His name was Shantigo Parker. This dude was like the first high school athlete. This motherfucker had damn near 150, 60 tackles. This is one season, and he had like 20, 30 sacks, I believe, right? Some crazy stats. And I'm looking at him when he up there like, bro, why are you at a D2?
Right.
Because if you was in Florida,
Right.
that's D1.
Like this dude, Michael Caldwell. I don't know if he follow me. I don't know if you see this or not. We call him Black. He was a freak athlete. He ain't touched the weight room. But he was always big. Like he was just always strong. You also going to see him like he'd go in the weight room and play around. But the time he did cut the weight, like this nigga strong. He just naturally strong. Right. Can jump out the gym. Big, fast, physical receiver. They're like a T.O. type or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I have to look at him all the time like, this cat ain't supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? He ain't supposed to be, but he ain't had no grades and all that other kind of stuff. Like, he wasn't supposed to be.
But just nice on the field.
Oh my God, he was a freak athlete. And we had some good athletes out there or whatever, but that dude, I would always be like, me and my dog Duff talk about it. That dude, he shouldn't have been there. But you know, again, he may see this or not, but I don't think he had the work ethic to be like the best football player.
Right.
He was just better than people. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people like that, they don't feel like they have to work. And that's just in general, big, fast, strong guys. They don't feel like they have to work as hard because I am bigger than you. I am faster than you. I'm gonna do already better than you. Why do I need to go do? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But had a good quality coach got a hold of him.
Could have developed
that. He could have been in the league. Yeah. He was just big, fast, strong.
The crazy thing is, it happened so quick. You would never had an opportunity to get that again.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
It's like
and training. Even in 2004, 2005, I graduated in 2004. There was no YouTube, so I didn't see what Chad Johnson was doing. I didn't see the Odell House over there.
Think about it, bro. When we was growing up and you wanted to get fast, you know the number one recommended thing people will tell you? Run track.
Run track. I got faster running track, but run track.
But there was no finding some open green space. There was no goal feet. There was no drills specifically for acceleration, explosion. It was mainly like you're just perfecting your craft.
Yeah.
Somebody throwing you the ball.
Yeah.
Somebody throwing the ball, you catching it. The only thing you really worked on back then is your routes.
Yeah, because I look at my best friend in high school, RJ. He was another cat. He was bigger, fat. Like I said, when it started before you started Division 1, Iowa State, he was bigger, faster, stronger than everybody. He had that country Mississippi strength. You know what I'm saying? His family's from Mississippi or whatever. But he was a cat that if I could take RJ and put him in now time in high school, somebody's gonna put him in the work room, gonna be training him and everything like that. He's a cat that should have been in the NFL also. You know what I'm saying? That my quarterback Moffitt. He's another cat that should have been there. But these guys who went on to Division 1, so they were good athletes, obviously. But we didn't lift weights in high school. We had some old country redneck coaches.
And there's no, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand too, that wasn't even in our training plan.
Yeah, they were dying.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like think about it. The most you ever did was push-ups, sit-ups.
Yeah.
And these kids now is exposed to it early.
When I was coaching high school, weight room is a must. You better not miss no weight room in the summer. No, this is how we win championships. This is how we win games in the weight room, right here in the off season. Like it was so important. And with the energy, the energy was in the weight room. Like it's go time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, man, we gotta get in this mug. I'm finna just go sit and play around on my phone for. I'm gonna go sit and chill. No, it wasn't none of that. You know what I'm saying? We was in there trying to go get it, trying to get better. You know what I'm saying? But the development, even coming up, even in 2004, 2003, it just wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? We weren't. It wasn't emphasized.
Right.
At least not at my school. You know what I'm saying?
My school.
But them country boys was coming in, Tusculum, man, all them boys was coming in strong, bro. Yeah. It was do my size coming there, Ferris Ball coming in benching 300 pounds. I'm like, he was fast, running 4.3. He was like my height, but he was big, big cat, strong. I'm like, I'm in there barely pushing up 125. I was at 135 on that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Weights wasn't my thing. I used to be scared to get in front of everybody else. Used to be tossing that 185 up, man.
They were tossing that thing.
Then I get up there. Because with me, I didn't get my height until my senior year. But every year leading up to it, I was just skinny, skinny dude. I probably like 5'7". I wasn't too short, but to play like receiver, 5'8", 5'9", going up against a damn John Bostic.
Yeah, you better be a dog.
Right. You know what I mean? And like I say, I was still chopping him down, but it's still that to get to that next level and to really feel like you can stand in the paint with anybody. Bro, I need some more inches on me. So senior year gets here, I get about 6 foot. But keep in mind, I'm 6 foot now, but I'm still like 145, 150. It's just like What is it gonna take for me to be 6 foot 175?
Right.
That's
right. High school, yeah, that's a good weight.
That's a good weight.
Good
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hell, I think my max prep, that shit say 6 foot. Damn, they're like 145, 150.
Yeah.
Come on, man, I'm still light. Like, there's no way I'm 150 throwing to 185.
It's hard to do.
Hey, do 35 pounds.
It's hard to do, bro. Hard to do.
It's hard to throw it up.
Hard to do.
Hey, my homeboys used to tell me, well, every time we get in the weight room, you run to the bathroom.
Yeah, hey man, I know we was
weights
not
wasn't my thing, bro.
Not
And it was just more like I say, back then, a football player was developed. It was either in you or it wasn't.
Yeah, it's right.
Not saying that you was the best football player, but you was very athletic. You became athletic from the neighborhood,
right?
From playing football in the neighborhood. It was just like there was no camps. A camp was too expensive. Your people couldn't afford that. Hell, yet alone travel.
Right, travel.
Bro, a camp back then was about $1,000. You know what I mean? And let's be honest, they wasn't even as advertised.
No, not at all.
Like they are now.
Not at all. Yeah.
So we lost out on camps. You had to pick up a ball when Saturday came. You played football for 2 or 3 hours. You hung out in the neighborhood. And you probably played a game in the afternoon. Hell, you went to the high school game for motivation.
Man, we went to high school game and played football at the high school game.
Correct.
Go to one part of high school.
Hey,
throwing football like that all the time.
I remember when I used to go to the high school games, and I used to hope players just leave their gloves on the field so I can get them and wear them the next day to play. Because you even think about it, just from the materialistic standpoint, bro, sleeves wasn't available. If you wanted a sleeve, you had to cut up your socks.
Right. Yeah.
If you wanted an Under Armour, you had to wear a crew neck sweater.
Under,
you know what I mean, or a long sleeve shirt.
Yeah, that kind of shirt.
Visors, visors wasn't available. Hell, gloves cost so much. You probably only had one pair.
Yeah, what cats want to have a bunch of gloves like that?
Bro, I see cats with new pair of gloves every game.
Every game.
Cleats, new pair of cleats every game.
Yeah.
Because now you live in a society where if you got a company, I see this company called Phenom.
Yeah.
They're giving players gloves and cleats. And on top of that, you got people joining 7-on-7 teams.
Now you got battle. Shout out to Florida Fire. We got the gear coming this year. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Florida Fire gonna be on top this year. But anyway,
yeah, man. But you just got it's so many ways to promote different companies now.
Battle now. You know
battle
what I'm saying?
Bro, you don't even need to wear the Under Armour. You don't need to wear the Nike.
Shock Doctor. They got all this stuff now. Yeah,
you know. Then the mouthpieces. You just had the one traditional mouthpiece. Now
that was it,
bro. A pacifier mouthpiece was the hardest.
The hardest thing. The hardest thing. Like you had a pacifier, you were down on fire.
You know you was real. You
now everybody. That's all it is.
Everybody got bro.
Battle got all the designs on that thing.
Even with the visors. Right. Just to find a visor.
Yeah,
if you found the visor back then, you knew somebody in the league.
Right, and you was raw. You was the rawest.
And you was the rawest.
You was the rawest with a visor. You was the rawest. Like,
and another way to
back flaps was hard to come in.
Yeah, back flaps.
Yeah.
Bro, it's kind of like you had to make these things. Like I remember when I played basketball, but I was a fan of Iverson. They didn't have the sleeves.
Yeah.
I had to.
It was medical.
Right.
Back then, so you had to cut up.
I had to cut up a sock.
Hey man.
And then you see the part that you put your feet in, that get the heel part. You see that? Oh, it was so ugly. But like I say, even with like T-Mac when they was wearing the leg sleeves, they did the same thing. Like those guys changed the game. Even with now, Under Armour, it used to be a time where if you just wanted a sleeve on the left side, you had to cut your Under Armour. You don't have to cut it no more.
Nope, you can buy that.
You can just legit buy a sleeve, put it there.
The pants. I mean, the leg. You got one leg, long one.
Even with bro, I was so jealous. You remember we always used to spend the night before the game putting our pads in our pants. Now you got the damn girdle.
It comes with it.
Now you got the pads that you can put logos, numbers on, and you see them through your pants.
Got all that now.
I say, damn, that's
we had the big thigh pads, the big butt pads, big hip pads on there, big butt, all that. Knee pads long.
The night before, you had to make sure you had your belt in your pants. Now, like you didn't have belts made with the pants.
Nah, you had to put a belt.
You had to string,
struggle through that mug, push it through the little thing. Hopefully, you had the holes on the back sides of it, so you could pull it through and try to thug it. If you had holes in it,
that bit was gonna take you a minute.
Oh my god, you was. Then the belts was longer back then. You know what I'm saying? Like it was.
Yeah, literally the belt was longer. Like I remember when, even with the belt, some people tried to get fancy with it. and they'll tape up the belt.
I did. I leave that belt long and just tape it up. Yeah, that's what I did.
Or they did the face mask too.
Did the face mask. Yeah.
You know, everybody wanted that Dion face mask.
Yeah, that was it.
Ain't nobody want that duck with that big
Pop Warner, Winter Park Tigers. I had a duck. My first 2 years.
I had one at Lake Lido, I believe. But I told them, man, I can't see nothing in this thing, man.
I think my first 2 years, I had definitely had that duck.
But you know, a lot of the helmets was like that.
It was made like that.
You didn't have no option.
It was made like that. It was mostly ducks on there.
Yeah.
You was only a dog until you got.
Yeah, like my second year, that open face mask.
Yeah, like my second year or third year, whatever. I finally got open mask. So I was like, okay, I'm on my way.
Dion, you had to prove yourself.
Man, I ain't get the Dion till a while.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get Dion.
But that duck.
No, that with the duck. That's okay. They beat me. I know I was a player then. I ain't had no more duck.
Man, them was the good times, man. Them was the good times. But I tell people, if it was back then, because back then you had a lot of true dogs.
Yeah.
It's just we had no guidance.
Right. No guidance. Yeah.
You know, we had no guidance. We had no
development, man.
No development, no push. So if you did get that opportunity and you went with it, it was for you. But if the times we have now and the resources, I would at least got that free agent trial, bro. Go undrafted. Get the free agent trial just because it's easy now.
Yeah.
And being back then, it was just like, you know, I went to my school, we had athletes, but if I would have transferred, it went to like I remember I tried to transfer and go to Benjamin or Carter Newman. If I could do that now, build up the film, you get a better school to go to, you development a little bit more, and you at least get that free agent call. You know, but times now, man, it's so easy for these kids. I just tell them, you legit gotta outwork everybody. Yeah, if you outwork everybody, you stay on the right track, you at least gonna get that free agent deal.
I mean, you know, to get to college, I mean, just these days is like, just put the work in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's available now. It's available. And it's understood now what work you need to put in. Yeah. Before it was like, hey, just work hard. Now there's specific things what you need to do that's gonna make you a better athlete, better football player.
And now people are telling you, listen, just get the work done. You ain't gotta finish 4 years.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Just go there, handle your business.
Yeah, get the free agent, make the practice squad.
Bro, I can tell you, I know half of these kids ain't doing what they supposed to do. But
they big, they fast, and they strong.
That's it. When it comes to doing their work, somebody doing that for them, man.
Bunch of them.
You know what I mean?
But that kind of thing's always been going on.
Yeah, because but now it's so much opportunity. It's so much, for instance, online classes.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to show up to class? Just take online classes.
Take online classes. It was not available now.
It wasn't available like that.
I would have not been good with it anyway.
You know what I mean? But even when, I'm gonna be honest, even when I went to Cookman first, I forgot what they called it, but they had like a hybrid class. It wasn't like you don't show up for class. It was just like the teacher was there, but they wasn't there, but you still had to show up. Right. Now for a hybrid class, you don't even got to go in.
Yeah, bro, just pull out that computer.
Just pull out the computer.
Pull out the computer and
man, I remember when I was there. I think when I first went to college, my major was computer science. Oh, that shit was so boring. And you don't. This was the time where in my free time I wanted to build computers. I was building computers in my free time. Like I had built one, and I'm like, damn, computer science. I can see that in my future. I get to college, that shit a whole nother different thing. Because your major, once you start taking those classes, it's not what you thought it was going to be. Right. Man, they had the first class was that Excel class. Dude, Excel so tough.
Don't like the actual like
Microsoft Excel. Yeah. Back then, the ins and outs.
Back then, it's still kind of tough. Like if you're not in it all the time, like there's so many things you can do.
Formulas,
yeah, so many formulas you can put.
You gotta know the
Excel stuff. Yeah.
You gotta know the stuff. So bad. I done BS the entire class because you gotta think this was still the time where social media was just getting on the rise. So you had like MySpace. I think
man.
Facebook was just popping.
Shout out to Tom, man.
It was
showing
just
us how to code.
Facebook was just getting popping. So we went to the class, and everybody in the class just BS because that was their computer. If you didn't have a laptop, while the teacher teaching, you in college, teachers ain't on you.
Right.
Like, yo, get off that website. Mm-hmm. How you would be on the kids
right now.
Teachers gonna let you do what they do because when it comes test time, pass or fail.
Right.
And man, we used to go there and we used to just be on the computer the whole class, ignore what the teacher said, ignoring the formulas, not reading the books. It got to exam time. I didn't know nothing. Guess what I did? I ain't even show up. I called. Now keep in mind, this is spring semester. We getting ready to go home like late April.
Yeah.
I just called my mom and say, "Yeah, mom, I'm done with all my exams. Come pick me up." You feel me? Like, I'm not even gonna waste my time to go to the class, fail the test when I can just fail it by not showing up.
Right.
But now, obviously, I look back on it and I tell kids, listen, don't do no dumb stuff like that. Yeah. Find something you can relate to.
Right. Find a major you can get into and make the best of it. Right. Actually do the work. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, and the ones who playing football, you got to go to college anyway.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You can't skip it and go somewhere else. You go to college anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like basketball, whatever. You still got to go to college, but like can't go overseas to play football and then make your way to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Now, getting college ain't for everybody, but I'm trying to play ball. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do.
So yeah, man, Real As It Get podcast, episode number 10. Hey, before we head out, we need you guys to follow us and subscribe to us on YouTube. Real As It Get podcast, like that in the search bar.
Like button, hit that.
Follow us on Twitter, Real As It Get Pod, POD. Facebook, just type in the search bar, Real As It Get podcast show. Follow us on Instagram, Real As It Get podcast, and listen, if you wanna donate to the show, send some to the Cash App, $ Real As It Get podcast, episode number 10. We was everywhere on there, but this was definitely a good one. We got some stuff
in the works.
In the works, man. A lot of stuff in the works. But just keep supporting the podcast. We appreciate everybody who been viewing the podcast on YouTube. Man. Thank you. We got a lot of stuff in the works. Y'all just stay tuned.
Peace. Yeah,